Hello students, yes, this semester I'll be handling investment management for you all. Alright, the basic first chapter what you have is on introduction to investment management. So here we are going to study what is management, right? What is investment management and what is the nature, I mean to say the features or the characteristics of the investment, and what is the scope, the importance, the objective of the investment management, what's the purpose of the investment management, what are the different avenues available, what are the different portfolios available where you can invest your money and make a return out of it, and what are the various types of financial assets we have, and what are the marketable securities available to invest, keeping two factors in mind, the risk and the return. And we have two types of risk, which is called as systematic and unsystematic risk, which is very important. It talks about the uncontrollable factors and controllable factors within organization and outside the organization. Fine, which is related to the economy, and we shall understand what are the sources of the risk, how we should measure the risk and return before investing into some portfolio or the avenue, and what are the sources of the investment of information, again keeping in mind the risk and the return, what is the safety level, what's the level of liquidity, and we shall solve few problems on the risk and return in the module 1. Clear? All right. Moving further, we'll start with the investment. So what is investment is all about? See, in a simple basic manner, investment can be basically an asset, which is accrued with the goal of generating the income, or a kind of recognition can be made. See, basically investment is a kind of financial asset where it is bought with the idea that the asset will provide income further. Always, see, today if I have made investment, right, with the intention of getting the return in the future, I would have made it. And no individual or no industry will invest with the intention of ending up with the losses. Each one of them needs the capital appreciation. The capital is the investment what they have made. On that, the extra, the amount what they're going to get in order to make more money out of the investment, that's called as capital appreciation. So basically it talks about the process of putting money into the work, or in order to start, to resume or expand a business, diversify a business or a project, or in order to purchase an asset, again with a basic goal of generating the profits in order to appreciate the capital, that is capital appreciation. And always the investment, it is oriented towards future returns. See there, look into the screen. So investment is always it is oriented with the future returns, right? So, and it is going to have two factors, one is a risk, another one is a return. Always an investor, it can be an individual or an industry, always they have to keep two things in mind. What is the portfolio, what is the avenue I'm going to invest my money into, and what is the risk and what is the return I'm going to get off it, what is the return I'm going to get, and what is the risk associated with that particular investment. After how many years am I will I be able to get my capital, along with the capital appreciation, that is the return. Fine. To say it in a very simple way, no, it's all about employment of the funds, with the aim of again getting the returns, to make the profits, to get the return reward on that thing. That thing is the investment. So basically the investment is all about the use of money in the hope of making more money. Clear? So apart from that investment, this concept is said to be the deferred consumption. What is deferred? Deferred is all about future consumption. You guys would have learned in the taxation subject or the finance subject as well. Deferred taxation is what we talk about. Deferred is the future consumption. Today I'm going to make investment. Say for example, I'm going to deposit 1 lakh rupees in a bank, whereas I'm going to get 10% of interest on that 1 lakh rupees after 1 year. Fine. So 10 lakhs, on 10 lakhs if it is 10%, then I'm going to get 10,000. So after 1 year it will be 1 lakh will be my capital appreciation on the amount what I have invested. So it will also involve the purchasing of asset, giving a loan or keeping the funds in a, as I said, in a bank account, again with a basic aim, with a basic goal of generating the future returns. All right, so this is all about the introduction to investment. Well, moving forward, we have the purpose of investment. So what is purpose of investment? What is the purpose? Here we are talking about the objective. See, if I ask you guys only why you guys are doing BBA, why you guys are doing BCom, why you guys are doing BCA, you have the purpose, you have the objective. I want to become this, through this I want to get into MBA, right? You have certain purpose, you have certain objective. Likewise, in investment also there's a purpose. Why do I need to invest? Yes, that is in order to build the wealth, right? I have told you the portfolio what you're going to choose, always the investor, individual or the industry, he or she should make sure that that portfolio should maximize the return while minimizing the risk exposure. This is a smart way of investing and getting the returns. What is the purpose? In order to build the wealth, to save the money. Only if you have saved your money, only then you can go for the investment, right? So you need to know that what is the financial security which is given towards you for your better standard of living, and how it is going to improve one's lifestyle, as I said, right? So investing, it's very very important. How you are going to invest, and upon that you are going to fetch the more money. Fine. So this is all about the introduction to investment and purpose of investment management. All right.